All right, people. So let's cut straight to the chase here, man. Y'all know me, and y'all know that I love me a good horror anthology. You know, if we're talking Tales from the Crypt, the original, not the TV show, we're talking Tales from the Crypt from the '70s. It's one of the best template horror anthologies of all time. If we're talking Tales from the Dark Side, I'm not as attached. It doesn't hold a lot of super nostalgia with me, but I do appreciate George A. Romero being a part of that, as well as some other horror buffs being a part of that. I appreciate it for what it was. Is it in my top five? I don't know, but it's still a great horror anthology if we're going to have that conversation. Tales from the Hood, the Twilight Zone movie, Trick or Treat. I think Two Evil Eyes is also a horror anthology, which I've never seen. And you would think that if George A. Romero was behind it, I would see it, but unfortunately, I have not seen it. And I think Adrian Barbeau is in it as well. Excuse me, people. But it is. I think it's only two segments in that Two Evil Eyes uh, horror anthology. But nonetheless, man, it's still a horror anthology. Another one I haven't seen, but I have to check out for sure is Body Bags. I think it's a John Carpenter. John Carpenter was behind that horror anthology. Definitely got to check that out. Another horror anthology before we get into this commentary and get into this property in general. Another underrated horror anthology I don't hear people talk about, and it's not great, but I feel like it should definitely be mentioned because of the creepy factors about it, even though there's only two segments in that as well, is Quicksilver Highway, man. I'm not sure who directed it. I want to go out on a limb here. I'll look it up when we get further into the commentary. But I want to go out on a limb here and say Mick Garris, who did Sleepwalkers, directed Quicksilver Highway. But I know Aaron Quicksilver was played by Christopher Lloyd. He's the guy that's telling all the anthology stories. And he's a creepy motherfucker, man. And I definitely remember Matt Frewer from Honey I Shrunk the Kids. I remember him being the guy in one of the segments who was like a pickpocketer type of person, and he gets he cuts his hand off and his hand just goes running around, and a whole bunch of other people's they cut their hands off, and all the hands do like a fucking martyr suicide pact off the building of the hospital at the end of it. It's fucking crazy, man. It's kind of cheap, but I think it's a good two segment anthology that's pretty fucking fun. And I think the first segment had something to do with a pair of those chatterer teeth that you can buy from like trick shops and magic shops and shit. And it's actually killing motherfuckers. It's killing motherfuckers, and it's helping this one guy out throughout the whole movie. But that's neither here nor there, man. Let's talk about the horror anthology property that is most notable with horror fans, if you ask me. As far as getting sequels and TV series and stuff like that, Creepshow. Creepshow is the answer to the question, what do you get when you cross George A. Romero with Stephen King? You get Creepshow, which is a masterpiece. If you want to watch it during spooky season, fucking amazing. If you want to watch it at any day during the week, if you ask me, it's amazing. If you have a bunch of friends over and you're eating, drinking, whatever the case may be, just having a good time, Creepshow is one of those movies that I feel like you can definitely put on to enjoy, because there's a segment for every horror fan in there, if you ask me. The only thing that movie is missing is probably a slasher segment, but I can appreciate the fact that it's more supernatural. We do get a slasher-like segment in what we're about to cover today, but we will get there. Really quickly, to just touch up on the original Creepshow. There are segments in there that are hilarious. That you've got comedic segments. Every segment has its comedy to it, but I feel like every segment also has that moment of holy shit, like this is actually creeping me out. Father's Day actually creeped me out. It still creeps me out to this day. They're creeping up on you is just downright nasty, dirty, trifling ass shit with, rest in peace, shout out to E.G. Marshall. But he plays the most racist asshole guy you could ever think of. He's a big hypochondriac. He lives in this sealed off apartment, but he gets one of the greatest comeuppances that I've ever seen in horror. There, the Leslie Nielsen, Ted Danson, Galen Ross segment, this Something to Tide You Over, is also amazing. The Crate with Adrian Barbeau and Hal Holbrook. Oh my god, man! And the cast in the original Creepshow is just absolutely fucking amazing, man. I think George A. Romero did a great job at directing and helping Stephen King write that script, man. They made magic together, and they made an instant fucking classic, especially one for the Halloween season. Creepshow 2. I don't know what the science was behind not getting George A. Romero to come back. I'm not sure what he was working on at the time, because this movie came out in 1987. So I think after that, before that, George A. Romero had done Oh, he didn't. He did Day of the Dead in '85. I'll look it up, people, but we're not gonna spend too much time on that. But Michael Gornick, I don't know what the reason was for Romero not coming back, but Michael Gornick directed this. And really quickly, let me look at what Michael Gornick has brought us. He actually plays a news reporter in Dawn of the Dead. He was cinematographer on Day of the Dead on Creepshow. Okay, he played Mad Mike in Flesh Eater. He plays in Martin, so he's got credits to The Amusement Park, which is also directed by George A. Romero, The Crazies, which was directed by George A. Romero. So he is quite the familiar as far as George A. Romero stuff goes. So I think and George A. Romero wrote the screenplay for this movie, and Lucille Fletcher has an uncredited credit to this script as well. But Michael Gornick, to say the least, is a George A. Romero familiar, so I love that, man. And I love that George A. Romero keeps things so family oriented, man, as far as having, like, Michael Gornick direct this, and he brought Tom Savini on board after he was supposed to have him, do the effects for Night of the Living Dead. Greg Nicotero was in Day of the Dead as one of the soldiers, and then he ends up doing, makeup effects for Land of the Dead. I love that all of these familiars in the George A. Romero verse are so close knit, man, and it's just a testament to that guy and how amazing he was, and how many people he, collectively brought together for the horror genre. But Creepshow 2, man. If I could say something about this movie, I would say that this movie has one of the most disturbing and scary segments in an anthology movie that I've ever seen that still stick with me and still give me nightmares to this day. And that is The Hitchhiker, man. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. It is the last segment here, but we've only got 3 segments compared to the last movie having 5. And I think a lot of people love that. A lot of people say that this movie is better than the first one because it's not so overbearing. It doesn't, blow its load so fast and have a bunch of segments after segments after segments. This limits it to 3. And I think the 3 segments they have here are very strong. I think that last one definitely just wham bam thank you ma'ams the shit out of this movie and closes it off on such a strong note. Excuse me. And it's a shame that we close off on such a strong note because we got Creepshow 3 decades later, and I don't know who the fuck asked for that, but we got it. But also what we got here, in a much better film, we got George Kennedy, we got Lois Childs, you got Tom Savini actually playing the creep in the prologue here. You got Dorothy Lamour. You've got a bunch of familiar faces. You've got, I don't know how many people are familiar with Holt McCallany, but he plays Sam Whitemoon here. And he will go on to star in a bunch of other movies. And that's another bridge we'll cross when we get there. But I can almost guarantee that you guys will not recognize this motherfucker in this movie compared to what I'm going to tell you guys he is in later on in his career. But with that being said, people, we're almost 9 minutes into this intro. I'll be getting a little long-winded with these intros. And I feel like I'm blaming the caffeine. But I feel like without this caffeine today, this commentary would not be brought to you in part by. But again, not again, but first of all, happy Friday. Hope everybody has a great productive day. Hope everybody's having a great spooky season. I want y'all to watch a lot of horror movies this weekend. That is y'all homework. That is on y'all to-do list. Do that for me. But this movie, people, I'm not sure if this is on Tubi. I don't know. Of course, y'all know the majority of these I do watch online if I'm not watching them on a streaming service because I'm not sure what streaming service this is on. But this is the full theatrical run-through of Creepshow 2, people. And that's just in case y'all are tuning in with me. And if y'all are tuning in, y'all know y'all are the true Tudor Reviews MVP. So with that being said, people, let's jump into this commentary for Creepshow 2. I will hit the play button in 3, 2, 1. That shit started right up because they know what it is. This what is this, New World Order Pictures? I always love this logo. Oh, I said New World Order, New World Pictures. I always love this logo. It reminds me of, first thing I think of is Hellraiser 2. I think Hellraiser 2's got the same logo. I love this shot too. I don't know where they filmed this at, but this little town hall looking shit right here, it reminds me of Jason Lives. That shot of when Megan, excuse me, when Megan and Tommy drive off from the police station, look, it almost looks like the same area.
I've never seen anyone so impatient, Billy. As if your life depended on getting the first copy.
Tom Savini is unrecognizable under that makeup, that creep makeup. But you know who the creep looks like? Tom Savini as the creep looks like. I don't know how many people that listen to this podcast. I don't know how many people that listen to this podcast watch VH1 reality TV show. I don't watch it at all, really, anymore. I watch for the fights, the ones that are actually real, not the scripted ones. But the creep looks like Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop, and that was incredibly mean of me to say. So I'm not gonna be mean no more. Now, did Joe Hill get credit for his likeness in that comic book? Joe Hill is Stephen King's son, if I'm not mistaken, and he played the kid. He's the kid in the in the prologue in the first movie, the one that makes his he makes a voodoo doll for Tom Atkins, because Tom Atkins is an asshole. Old Chief Woodenhead, and I always love with Creepshow. What I appreciate about these two movies, the opening credits, the illustrations are fucking great in here. And they give you a glimpse of, not too many spoilers, but they give you a glimpse of the things that happen in this in these stories. Makeup effects created by Howard Berger and Ed French. Ed French I'm not familiar with, but Howard Berger is the B in K&B. I love this music too, this opening music. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm sitting here bobbing my head to this. This shit sounds like either story mode in an RPG game, or like menu music for Eternal Champions 2 or some shit. No, they did not make an Eternal Champions 2, people. We did not get that lucky. I'm still waiting on somebody to make an Eternal Champions live action movie. I don't know why the fuck they haven't done that yet. I feel like the video game adaptation, movie scene is getting better. It's getting a lot better. Directed by Michael Gornick. Let's go, Gornick.
Welcome, kiddies, to another edition of Creepshow. It's amazing that you boars and ghouls keep coming back for more. You must be gluttons for punishment. Well, I guess you bloodsuckers enjoy.
The creep, like the animated. God damn, excuse me, y'all. The animated version of the creep. I'm so sorry, and I'm not trying to be rude. He kind of looks like Abe Vigoda when he was in Look Who's Talking. Abe Vigoda and Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking, first of all, is a fucking classic, and don't be surprised when they remake that movie and have everybody from Amy Schumer to Kevin Hart voice the kids. I'm telling y'all, it's going to happen. Mark my words. But Ava Goda in that movie was he was one of the best characters in there. Where the the male orderly at the hospital, he's like, "You guys gonna be all right in here?" And Ava Goda's like, "Get the hell out of here." He was such a great fucking actor, man. He was great in Sugar Hill too.
Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. As long as I'm drinking Jimmy's crack corn.
Did Jimmy know you
Sounds
drinking his
like
shit?
Brennan. You've heard me sing that silly song 1,000 times. Yeah, it's time for a touch-up, my old friend. Sun's bleaching out your colors again.
You know,
I'm gonna try and keep my hands steady, but I ain't what I used to be.
I like this character of Ray, but you automatically get vibes that this town is on its last leg. You know, his store, there's dust on every goddamn product in his store, damn near. He's got old Chief Woodenhead outside the store, you know, as the protector of the property and shit. Tumbleweeds and shit in town.
Like a storekeeper without a town to sell his goods to?
Martha, me and the chief been standing on this porch for more than 30 years. We ain't about to move now.
She's about to get on her Viola Davis. Well, I've been standing with you.
I want to move myself.
Well, then what are you asking, Martha? What do you want me to do?
I want you to quit, Ray. Just quit.
Quit.
Well, that's words of encouragement, considering you're supposed to be his life partner.
While you still have a little time left to get something out of life instead of always putting in.
She like, nigga, we ain't had a customer in 6 years. All our shit on the counters and shelves are out of date. Motherfuckers get sick buying this stuff.
This store has given us the savings to give to our grandchildren.
This store, Ray, at one time sat in the middle of a thriving young town. It seemed to have a future to it.
A thriving young town? That shit looks lonelier than Perfection, Nevada. And all we missing is Val and Earl to drive their truck through.
Dead, Ray. The jobs have moved away.
That was a Tremors reference for the uninitiated. I know, listen, sometimes I'll be having to explain shit because I realize, like, when I'm around a lot of people that I know personally, I realize that I'm way more of a movie buff than I know sometimes. Because a lot of people, I'll just throw movie references like fluently out there, just have it a part of the dialogue, part of the conversation, whatever. And a lot of people don't get it. But I know if y'all tune into this type of shit, I know, you know, we are like-minded MFers, man.
Intentions tore this country down, Ray. Beginning to tear you down. Do you think these people care about you?
God damn, lady, would you ease up off your man? She is just a Debbie Downer.
You and that wooden Indian of yours.
He's like, oh, how did I get so unlucky to marry your ass? I do feel very bad for what happens to them. I feel terrible about what happens to them.
Give some of them profits back in its time of need. Oh, there's Benjamin Whitemoon.
He's just passing through this shithole town like a celebrity.
Nice to him.
Oh, I'll be nice to him, all right. Because you want me to be. But don't let him take too much advantage. You're too good to these people, Ray.
He got a chauffeur, sure, and a passenger bodyguard, but now first of all, they bust that half-ass U-turn. They could have just walked across the street to his shop. Like, come on now. You ain't that goddamn star-studded. They really turned the car around, barely bust a U-turn to pull up in front of the store.
Howdy, Benjamin.
I'd have been like, say, Benjamin, your legs don't work or something?
Jesus, Yata, hey. What can I do for you this afternoon?
May we go inside?
We are filming a documentary about shitty storefronts. Old Chief Woodenhead, by the way, he is the originator of the fucking mannequin challenge.
I am ashamed to stand
Or would that be
inside
Kim
this
Cattrall
place,
from the actual
but
mannequin
my
movie?
people are so much
I don't
into
know.
debt raising.
We'll figure it out.
No shame for an honest man, Benjamin. I've just been tough for all of us. What you need?
His wife just
Good
can't mind her
afternoon, Martha
business.
Spruce.
But I get it. His business is her business, and new business is old business, and we do not discuss new business until next quarter.
I have brought you this.
Drugs.
What in the world is this?
It is the Eline, the Jachimba. These are the things my people hold precious. Each family has offered one of its most cherished treasures. You will keep them until our debts are paid.
If that was gen quality, do y'all understand how much that shit is worth?
The Eline are yours forever.
No, there's no way I can accept this.
He not trying to hear that shit. He like, look, bro, I'm gonna give this is a gift, man, non-refundable. And look, now his wife, she happy. When the money come in, she happy now, you know.
There's no way in hell I'm going to take these things away from your people.
He's so modest about it.
It is a bad thing to borrow. It is a worse thing to beg. While you hold the Eline, we are borrowers. We can still have pride. If you give the treasure back to us, you make us beggars again. Such insult could never be forgiven. Ato Elinike. Boshi.
It's like, man, don't make me feel bad for feeling bad.
Good afternoon, Martha Spruce. Goodbye, Benjamin.
Oh, now you being nice?
Good afternoon.
Now she being nice.
I regard them with my life. Times are going to take another turn, Benjamin. I can smell prosperity in the air.
Good thing.
And this was such a promise, you know, before things take a turn for the worse, this was such a promising story in itself. You know, him mentioning prosperity.
I was just scolding Ray. I was telling him that he puts too much trust in people, that they've never earned it and they don't deserve it. Well, you and your people have certainly proven me wrong.
Get off his dick, lady. I'm sorry, people, but it's like she literally was scolding him. Was like, you think these people give a fuck about your corny ass? They don't give a shit about you. The store, this old ass wooden Indian that's about to keel over. She was giving him the works. You know, but then when White Moon, oof, he like, nigga, did you just move? He's like, nah, I'm just high. That peace pipe has done me right. They literally have a tumbleweed rolling past, like. But honestly, if that chief if he would have nodded at me, like, at least dap me up. Like, let's not be shy here. I know you alive. And is he a blood? He's got that red bandana hanging out his front pocket.
Oh, this is good country.
This also looks like Gatlin, Nebraska, like slightly, where that guy's gas station was in the first Children of the Corn movie.
I'll finish your war paint tomorrow, Chief. That's a promise.
And it's such a shame because everything was going to be all right with them. How the fuck did they get in there?
Ow!
I hate all these motherfuckers. Sam, Fat Stuff, Rich Boy. I hate all of these motherfuckers. And I'm glad Chief Woodenhead. Goddamn.
Shut up, White Eyes. Just shut the fuck up. Or else I'll have to shove something into your mouth to keep you quiet.
Pause.
Why don't we shove this in his mouth?
Because we're cool.
No! Shove this in his mouth! Eat big!
He looks like fat Emilio Estevez. But Hope McCallany,
Shut up, old man.
who plays Sam Whitemoon, this is the same guy.
Best man I know. But to believe the same blood flows in your veins. I guess you don't hear so good, shitface. I said shut
This
up.
same guy that plays Sam, he is Jason Patric's flunky bodyguard in The Losers, and he is Sean Penn's flunky bodyguard goon in The Gangster Squad. He is unrecognizable because I don't know if he was Caucasian playing Indian in this movie or what. But I always thought he was just straight up Native American in this movie. But he looks flat out Caucasian nowadays, and I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know, but I never knew. Like when I looked up the name at one point, I was like, wait, he was Sam Whitemoon in Creepshow? Now the guy that plays Rich Boy, the only movies I've seen him in is In Too Deep. He was the guy that L. Cool J killed at the end. He was the guy who was going to kill Omar Epps, and L. Cool J saved his life and he killed him. He was the guy they were doing a drug deal with. His Akko Pichis.
Any cute stuff back there? I'll pull this trigger. This thing work? What? The photo machine. Does it work?
You need anger management, sir.
Look at this. Look at this, sweetheart. Tell me this ain't a movie star.
Man just looked at himself and called himself a sweetheart. They're just trashing shit just because. Like they are assholes.
They gotta make me a movie star.
Their comeuppance is well deserved.
Hey, as soon as they see this hair, they're gonna say, Sam,
You're a bitch.
get over here. Get in front of these cameras. There's 100 million women out there. Just waiting to run that hair between their legs.
Oh my god. And Ray is like, if this motherfucker don't get out of the photo booth.
9 years it took me to grow this hair, man. I'm not just fucking around here. I'm going to Hollywood, man. And this hair is gonna get me paid and laid.
Oh my god. Sound like a bougie ass hoe.
Over here, lady. Over here, lady. Now, I want you to stand right over here. Don't move.
Rich Boy wasn't a fan of Creepshow comics. I was kind of breaking the fourth wall. The fact that they had Creepshow comics on that rack.
Look at this.
Why he want his male friend to come look at his picture? Like, look, don't I look good? Tell me I look good, or I'll blow your fucking brains out.
Hey, you know that movie about the guy that's got like these superpowers and shit because of his hair?
Nah.
Then this bitch cuts his hair off, and he gets weak. He gets like an ordinary guy. You know that movie? I'm better looking than the guy in that movie. Don't you think? Here, take a look. Take a look.
She like, I don't want to look at your ugly ass.
Stay right where you are, old man. Unless you want to see your lady come apart into pieces. Sam, there's no cash around here. We got all the shit we need. Let's go. Not yet, rich boy.
After he done made a mess himself. It's always one goon or fake ass goon that wants to grow a conscience at some point. It's too late.
You're a firebird, man. A fucking firebird that's gonna fly us all to Hollywood, USA. And one more step and blam!
My man said blam.
There's nothing left for us to take. There's nothing here we need. Maybe there's nothing else you need, rich boy.
People make some weird sound effects when it comes to guns.
Go get your car, Captain. Get your fucking car, rich boy. We're leaving for LA a little sooner than we figured. Hey, Kavanaugh, you run out on me and I'll find you. I ain't running out on you, Sam. I ain't running nowhere. We're all in this together.
And I hate when the head assholes always, you know, they always like, yeah, you run out on me and I kill you. Like, all your goons are disposable.
All right, old man. There's one more little item you'll have to turn over if you want this woman to live. What is it? That bag full of rock candy that my uncle brought over here today. I sit in your hand, isn't it? But toss it over here.
He put it behind his back like he was 6 years old.
What are you talking about, Karen? You mean rock candy?
There's $10,000 worth of silver and stone in that bag, man. Keys to the city of Los Angeles.
Oh, is that true, old man? Let me see.
Sam, you can't take this. This belongs to your people, to the tribe.
God, I hate these motherfuckers, man.
That you people have had for years. If you take these things,
Stop it! Holy God, holy Jesus!
Terrible. And the music makes it even worse. And the way that she's looking at him and he's looking at her, like, as she's dying, is just awful, man. Oof. That was gut wrenching to watch, man. Like, when he shoots Ray, fat stuff just vomited orange juice. But when he shoots Ray is still, like, even through that pain of a fucking shotgun wound, he's still going towards Martha to see if she's okay, and then he just keels over and dies. That is terrible, man. Like, one of the things that's always solid but sad to see in these anthology movies is the tragedy. Like, the things that have to take place for the segments to actually kick into high gear. Excuse me. And it is Ray and Martha getting murdered by these, by Sam, but his accomplices had a lot to do with it. That activates, old Chief Woodenhead.
Forget it. That's right. Forget it. We're going to Hollywood, Vince. Hollywood.
You mean all of us? Me too?
I wouldn't leave you behind, fat stuff. Shit, man. I gotta have my slave with me wherever I go.
He said my slave. That just goes to show, and very subtly do you see Chief Woodenhead frown. He made that facial expression, and it's so, like, they take him out of focus right after. That shit was so subtle and so greatly done.
We're out of here, man.
But,
We're out of here, man.
it always goes to show that the one that isn't in charge, like, all the flunkies that roll with this dude, and a lot of these types of dudes in movies, they don't have no backbone.
dust in Hollywood, man. There ain't no fucking tribe, but Tom and wimpy ass red men neither.
Yeah, exactly. You doing this last of the Mohican shit. Get the fuck in the car. Stop playing. I would have just peeled off on him. I would have hoped that he ran out of shotgun shells and I would have just drove off. Now they done fucked up now because my boy is awake. He said, y'all done shot up my place, killed my owners. First of all, let me just piggyback off the fact that there's a meme circulating around, around Instagram somewhere. And it says, old Chief Woodenhead ain't shit. Like, why would you wait until they, if you could just wake up, why would you let the owners get killed? Chief Woodenhead's like, oh, they going? All right, because I was just 2 seconds off y'all ass. I'm coming for you, but I ain't want no parts of that shotgun. Chief Woodenhead just didn't wake up in time, or he just waited until they left because he didn't want to get jumped. Now Chief Woodenhead, now you tough. You about to put some war paint on you. Your owner's already dead. Now I need to see who played Chief Woodenhead.
We leave tonight. What? Yeah, whatever you say, Sam. We all go home, round up whatever shit we want to take. The rich boy, you pick me up at 11.
Dan Kamen plays old Chief Woodenhead.
How about it, fat stuff?
He does a really good job because he moves like he is made of wood. And the sound design helps a lot with Chief Woodenhead. Terrifying. Like, why would he do that? The fat stuff just lives it. Listen, I've seen some decked out trailers, really solid. So much so that I wanted to rent one the next time I went camping. Like, I was gonna go camping a couple years ago for the second time, and they had these trailers you can rent out in the at the campsite. And when I tell y'all the way that these trailers were decked out, they look better than some interiors of houses. But Fatso here, the inside of his trailer looks like shit. Now this is an ongoing thing throughout this entire movie. Is that they're all watching the same movie, the Cisco Kid or some shit like that. Yep, this is happening. 2 for 2. Where's it at? Good job. I feel like I want to get me a Loco later on just because. And I love that you almost don't see the shadow of old Chief Woodenhead as that garage door is opening up. Now, Rich Boy, of course, because he's Rich Boy, he has a nice home. But he's a bitch. Like, you come on, Rich Boy, you grew up with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. He said, yeah, I packed 3 pairs of clothes in this boombox. Hollywood, here I come. Now, how could he hear that from where he was standing at, but his parents can't hear it, and they're right in the fucking living room? Literally, like 2 feet away from him.
Diablo wasn't winning if Loco wasn't around here somewhere. I look, but I don't see him.
I love when he opens the door, nobody's there, but the car's all busted up. But when he opens the door, the windows shatter even more by themselves. This is a great shot right here. Just Chief Woodenhead walking up behind him, and all you see is the shadows. Great shit right here. And left the tomahawk right next to him too. I love that shot right there. There's so many great shots of Chief Woodenhead in this, and it goes back to me saying that when I said there was something for every horror fan in the first Creepshow, except maybe a slasher segment. This is the slasher segment of the two movies. He's like, did I turn my TV off?
No. You're not alive, man. You can't be alive.
This is the closest to a horror movie version of Groot that we're gonna get. Chief Woodenhead's like, give me 10 minutes, I'll be right there. I'm on your ass.
Come on, man. Come on!
Yep, it's happening. I love that fucking shot. You get a little bit of the psycho music. He scalped that motherfucker so bad, his scream was heard over the next 6 counties. Is that a bong? Oh, it's a it's like a little lantern type of lamp, John. I was about to say, is that a bong next to this dude's bed? I want him to not be a grown ass man who can just toss out rock candy, $10,000 worth of silver and stone like it's nothing. I want him to not have a onesie that he goes to bed in. You are a grown ass man. Don't you ever be a grown ass man going to sleep in a onesie. What the fuck? What's wrong with you, bro? This was so satisfying. The first time I saw this as a kid, this was so satisfying. It kind of shocked me a little bit because I'm like, holy shit, he fucking scalped him? And it's almost like you don't need to see the aftermath of what happened to him, actually. You just need to see that entire scalp in Chief Woodenhead's hand. But a sick part of me, and the bloody knife, but a sick part of me is like, I wish I could have seen what he did to him. But again, subtleties.
Now, may your spirit rest, old warrior.
I don't know who the fuck 833 area code is, but I'm not answering that. I don't be knowing who half these numbers are calling my phone, y'all. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Well, kiddies, that was quite a price for young Sam Whitemoon to pay.
I never noticed the creep was dressed up like an Indian.
COD, $9.99. Mighty expensive for a toy ordered out of a funny paper.
Creepshow is not a funny paper. And this is no toy.
Well, what is it then?
It's a Venus flytrap bone.
A Venus what bone?
Venus flytrap. It's a plant that eats meat.
All right, kid, get the fuck out. Bye. You're doing too much. Even in animation, this kid looks like
I don't think so.
Jesse from Return of the Living Dead 2. His name Michael Noseworthy or something like that.
Still here, kiddies? Well, if old Chief Woodenhead didn't drive you away, you might enjoy this next splintering tale. Whittled from the same wormwood. It's a splashy little ditty about some people who are left stranded without a paddle on a sea of blood. This bubbly bonbon is titled The Raft.
Yeah, this one got crazy too. I don't know what that was. A little bit of a stutter there, people. My apologies.
Oh, pass the joint. Pass the joint.
You know what? This I'm not going to say any of these characters deserve to live or deserve to die. I'm not going to go as far as to say that. What I will say is, the moment you see these characters on screen, you know it's going to be bad. Because the only thing that these characters are not doing is making their way to Crystal Lake right now. Deke is the most cliche, void rage looking jock ever. Rachel is the girl, she's the fake ass Laurie Strode. Randy's like, he's the geek that's trying to be cool, I guess, who low-key has a crush on his best friend's girlfriend and shit. He hit the shit out of a joint that's not even lit. Oh no, it is lit. And Laverne is the one that she almost looks like Judy Aronson from the final chapter, Friday the 13th 4.
And the crowd goes crazy.
Plus, I don't know how he could smoke a joint while he's driving. Like, I don't know. Listen, I am not proud of this, people. I have driven under the influence. God damn it, and I'm completely sober, fucking that up. I've driven under the influence once, and ended up getting out the car maybe when I got probably like a mile away from where I pulled out of. Maybe 2 miles. I don't know. I wasn't counting that night, but it's not something I'm proud of. It is definitely not something I would ever do again. But I don't understand how people definitely how they can smoke while they drive.
Actually gonna do it, huh? So that's that rat.
Horlicks University. That's what her shirt says. Is it fitting or not? First of all, Kevin Bacon, why do you have fucking Speedo on? A yellow Speedo. He's like, listen, you all gonna see these goods. I'm gonna wear the tightest fucking Speedo imaginable and get hypothermia in this lake. And I'm still running right into it. Fucking ad. These kids are stupid as shit.
I'm pretty mad. Know about this. Let's go! Let's go! Come on. It's not so bad once you're in. That's bullshit. Bullshit. You're playing Deke's game. Because you hope to get laid out here. Too damn cold to get laid. Walls are gonna turn into
Deke, he looks like another actor. I can't think of. He looks like the guy who played fucking Wesker in Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Is it him? Let me look it up real quick.
Oh, this is crazy. This is totally crazy.
Paul Satterfield is his name. Alright, he was in Creepshow 2. He's in Bruce Almighty. Who was he in Bruce Almighty, I wonder?
Okay.
He was in Will and Grace, Just Shoot Me. He's got TV credits to his name. Good for him. And the duck, like, they're just looking at... I know they're not going to go in and rescue the duck, but he's like, yo, I need help. Duck just got devoured.
I need you a punch. Okay. Whoa! I think it's cold now, man. Wait till you get out. Oh, you are so punctual. Cold enough for you, huh? Sober up yet? Yeah, I'm sober. Sober. How you doing, ladies?
Now, I don't know how they made this thing. I don't want to go as far as to say it looks like they just put some type of shit on top of a big ass tarp or a bunch of trash bags, but this little slick this blob in the water. This shit definitely is an entity, man. This thing thinks.
Randy, that hurt. What is it?
Laverne, swim faster! Laverne, come on! Swim faster! Randy, come on! Randy, what is your problem, man?
Meanwhile, I'd have been the only black dude still in the car, like, yeah, go ahead, Laverne. You're doing great.
Come on, help me get her up here. Swim! Swim! Swim faster! Swim, my Laverne! Come on.
That shit was going right after her, too. Could y'all imagine if Laverne, as soon as she got there, that shit would have just ate her?
Randy, have you gone crazy?
This thing, I don't know what the hell it is. It's an oil slick. I guess. It's not an oil slick. Have you ever seen a perfectly round oil slick before? I've never seen an oil slick at all.
I'm cold.
Besides, Pancho, I don't believe in oil slicks, man. I only believe in what I can smell and taste and touch.
So we went on this raft to smoke joints. Wet ass joints? Cause how's he? First of all, where'd the joint come from if y'all just got out the fucking water? Or was it a protective waterproof case?
Oh, come on, Pancho. You said you sobered up, man. It looked like it was going after the girls.
Alright, Eric Stoltz.
No one at all.
Looks like Eric Stoltz and fucking Owen Wilson.
You ever even seen an oil slick, Pancho?
Ow!
And poor Rachel, man, she's trying to impress Randy, and Randy's not even batting an eye at her. He's too fucking fixated on Laverne, who has a man. Rachel even took her shirt off to, for Randy to notice, and he didn't even look at her.
Well, how about it, Pancho? You ever seen an oil slick?
Randy and I saw one on a cape about 4 years ago.
We pulled birds out of the surf and tried to clean them off. Oh, mucho ecological, Pancho. Mucho ecological. That oil slick we saw was just this big sticky mess in the water and streaks and smudges. It looked like an accident. This thing doesn't look like an accident. It looks like it's on purpose.
Why do you have to say it the same way twice, damn near?
I mean, what is it?
Looks like an accident. This doesn't look like an accident.
I don't know.
It's like that motherfucker put himself on repeat.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't get worried about it. You know what I mean?
Why would she even touch that shit? It doesn't even look pretty. It doesn't even look touchable. Shit looks disgusting. Why would she even do that? You ain't that goddamn high. Oof. Fuck. Oh. God damn. And my thing is, nobody told you to touch it for one. Two, don't fucking reach for me. That nasty ass shit on you. That shit, when it wrapped around her arm, her arm started bubbling. Oof. And everybody that gets devoured by this thing, they sell it, man. They sell it like it is the most excruciating pain in the world.
Rachel, it ate her up, man. It fucking ate her up. What is this thing, Pancho?
What you asking me for?
Come on, man. You read all the science books, huh? You're the brain ball. What the fuck is that thing?
You read all the science books.
Science book I ever read.
Take it in, Rachel!
Shut up! Think you can swim past it, Randy?
No!
Listen, stop it, Laverne. I swear to God, I'm gonna smoke you. I mean it.
I'm gonna smoke you. Now we get a little backstory on Deke and Laverne's relationship. He beats the shit out of her when she gets crazy.
You know, maybe it was hungry then. You know, now maybe it's full, huh? Why don't you try it? We're gonna wait. We'll wait for it to go away. I mean, the thing came, it'll go away. It came and we
Telling y'all. Meanwhile, I'm the only one in the car. Yo, y'all good over there? Where'd Rachel go? She all right?
Maybe if it's full, like you say, it'll go away. But still wants chow.
You gonna finish your sentence? That shit just staking out.
What is this shit, Poncho? It looks like it's going under the raft, man.
Did it go under us? Did it go under the raft? Is it under us?
Under the raft?
And I'm gonna swim for it right now.
No! Don't leave us here! Don't!
I'm fast and I can make it. Gotta go while it's underneath the raft.
Don't drop the lighter though. Oh no. Ugh. That shit was going through his skin. And this was sad because Randy did try to save his boy, man. You know, he wants to fuck his girlfriend, but he did try to save his boy. Poor Deke. Whew! Oh my god, the only other movie I know that did that, like somebody gets pulled through something and their fucking leg just flies up towards their head. Actually, it's two other movies. The Hills Have Eyes 2, when Mickey gets pulled into that cave and his fucking head, his leg just goes flying past his head. And Deep Rising, when that guy gets pulled down into the grates and his leg snaps upward. Jesus. Listen, she would have jumped in my arms like that, she would have got thrown right the fuck off the raft. I'm sorry.
Gonna put you down. It can't get you if you stand on a board. It can't. It can't. Hold on. I'm not deep. Now get down or I'll drop you.
Right. I'm not even gonna give her that disclaimer. Get down or I'll drop you. Her ass would have been right. She would have been a distraction. Should have been a nice little distraction. That thing would have started eating her ass up, and I would have just swam right off the raft. But then again, I wouldn't have been on there in the first place. I'd have still been in that car. Yo, Deke disappeared too. The hell's going on over there? Or if I wasn't feeling so generous, they would have looked and been like, well, where's the car? Then the camera would have just cut to me just peeling the fuck off, driving away from everybody. Because they shouldn't have been there in the first place. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It makes no goddamn sense.
Tired, Laverne. You're going to sit down. You're going to watch for a while.
No, I
Got to, Laverne. You'll watch. Then I'll we'll take turns.
Listen, or we'll both just fall the fuck asleep and see what happens then. It's your choice. Because I'm getting some shut-eye.
Keep your feet on the boards. Watch the shore for lights or anything that might. Yes.
I'm cold.
So?
Me too.
Me too. At least you got a fucking shirt on.
Randy, what are we gonna do?
Oh my god, your shift hasn't even started yet. Damn it, leave me alone. I would have just played sleep. Nah, ain't no way I would have been able to get no sleep out there. It even looks cold. Like the movie, this segment does a good job at making it look cold out there on that lake.
It's only a loon.
She definitely does look like a Friday the 13th, like Judy Aronson type of character.
I'm numb all over.
Nothing I can do
Well,
about it.
y'all could have sex.
Hold me. You got to. We'll hold each other.
It's a great way to generate body heat.
Watch that thing together.
Okay.
She said we could hold each other, but she's all cradled under him. You're not participating here. She's like, my God, Deke never held me like this. I know the circumstances suck, but this is romantic. Oh, this is when Randy, if Randy would have pulled this shit off that he's about to do, or pulled this shit that he's about to do, if he would have tried this in 2022, straight up hashtag Me Too movement. Creep factor, frat boy type of shit he's about to do right now. This is almost like when Ryder Strong, and Ryder Strong, I love Ryder Strong as an actor, and I love Cabin Fever, but he doesn't get a pass either for the shit he did in Cabin Fever. While Jordan Ladd's character is, what was her name in the movie? Oh God, not Marcy. I can't remember her name. But Jordan Ladd's character gets sick, and Ryder Strong finds that out because he's like fingering her while she's sleeping. He's fingering her while she's sleeping. He's copping a feel, and he thinks he's fingering her, but he's really sticking his fingers inside of her thigh, like her inner thigh, because she's got the disease. And oh my God, he's got all this fucking flesh and blood and chunks and shit on his hand. Hashtag Me Too shit. Like, what's up with y'all, man? Y'all can't get conscious, aware of a JJ. He had to wait until she was asleep. And it just proves the fact that Randy's a piece of shit. He's supposed to be the quote-unquote innocent one of the bunch when really it was Rachel before she got eaten. But Randy's a fucking creep. He's lusting after his boys, after his girlfriend. Not getting the smart, quiet girl like he should. And he's fondling her and kissing all over her while she's asleep. He's a fucking creep. He ain't no better than that man-eating slick that they're, trying to run from. And she's telling him, she's saying no in her sleep. And there he is, still trying to get nipple. Fucking rapey bastard. I love how they blend the music. This was a great reveal right here. To see that shit on the side of her face. Ugh. God damn. Ugh. Randy's like, fuck this. I don't want that ass that bad. Now it's compromised. That was overkill right there, just showing her just black skeleton like that. And you would think whatever the fuck you want to consider this thing, this evil oil slick, you would think that when it eats one person, it would get full for a little bit, but it's going right after Randy. It just ate Laverne and it's right on Randy's ass. I think this actor might have gotten hypothermia and filming some of these scenes. I think it's in the commentary. There's a page, I've said this before, there's a page called Cinema Voice on YouTube if y'all want to find like commentaries for whatever type of movies. with the directors and shit.
I beat you.
Bullshit. I love how they faded out from that because I feel like it would have been overkill had they would have shown it entirely. But I feel like if you remade this segment nowadays, you got to show the whole thing. You got to show Randy get dragged off that fucking shore by that oil slick, and it burped. It had the audacity. He's like, another day's work. I'll teach you kids to swim in my lake. Jason ain't got shit on me. That's one of the saltiest endings ever. Like he got on the shore just to talk shit to that thing, and then it just jumped up. It's like, you ain't know I had bunnies. You ain't know I used ankle weights up in this lake to get high. And then you can barely even see the sign that says no swimming. What a great ending, man. I don't know, man. My boy Johnny Zuko says he likes Creepshow 2 better than Creepshow 1. I won't say I agree with that, but I will say I can definitely see his points, and I don't blame him for liking this better than the original. I don't blame anybody for liking this over the original. It's a great follow-up, but it's not as they narrow it down pretty much. They sum it up.
Hey, give me that back.
And I like that the wraparound story it goes from live action to animation. You get this character that kind of looks like Fat Stuff from the first segment, who's a bully here.
Better look out, he's getting mad. Watch out, he might cry on you. He might tell his mama.
That kid with the gap in the glasses, he's the kid they jumped the fuck in just so he could become one of them. It wasn't that funny.
You'll find out, pimple face.
Ooh. Why does this kid have mascara on?
Catch him. I want his ass.
Alright, I don't think that's something a man should say to another man, but whatever. To each their own.
I think we've got time for one more creepy concoction. Our last morbid masterpiece.
It's my favorite segment. Hands down my favorite segment. Now this actress, let me look and see what her name is. She is fan-fucking-tastic. I love this actress who plays Mrs. Lansing.
I gotta go. Something must be wrong with your alarm clock. Something must be wrong with your alarm.
Lois Childs plays Annie Lansing. I almost called her Angela Lansbury. Rest in peace, shout out to Angela Lansbury, man. She passed away recently, and I was so heartbroken because I used to love Murder, She Wrote.
11:15.
But
Digital junk.
Lois Childs, what else was she in? Oh, she was in Moonraker. She's a James Bond girl?
Come on. I'll pay for it.
Wait, please tell me her name was not what I think it is in Moonraker. Because they be clowning if that's the case. Holly Goodhead. Holly Goodhead. Goodhead, pussy galore. Xenia on the top. Like, these motherfuckers are not, y'all not slick with these James Bond girl names, man. Y'all listen.
Come on. You've got your Mercedes. I'm never going to get mine.
What you quoting? What I've been paying.
A special introductory rate. That's what this was.
I see. Hook 'em then up the price. Is that it?
Are you hooked?
Maybe.
Maybe. I do my job well. I expect to be paid well. Now, come on. I counted 6 orgasms. And you probably had others. Silently, so I wouldn't get a swelled head.
You charge by the organ.
Good idea. Maybe I should. Then at least I'd have something to work for. Piecework.
You have no shame.
I'm not making no comments, yo. But he was really, first of all, I want him to ash his cigarette. He's got that Shelley Duvall, the shining ash right there. But the way he said it, he's like, I counted 6 orgasms. And I know you didn't have any last time, so I feel accomplished.
Bye, love.
She just got money to blow on penis. Oh, he's got a Stephen King novel in the background. I can't see what book it is.
My husband.
Oh, so you ain't shit.
Don't want to lose him.
You out there creeping.
Without him, you'd never get your Mercedes.
It must be a bad drought for her at home, out in... Wait, is that it in the background? Stephen King's It? Oh, it is. I didn't see it. Literally didn't see it. But it must be a bad drought for her if she got to pay for some ding ding. Like, listen, man, I hate when people say this. Like, I've had debates with people, and they're like, well, you're going to pay for it some type of way. You're going to take the girl to the movies. You're going to get her flowers. You won't pay for food. And it's like, that's not paying for pussy, though. That's courting a lady. That's doing something that you want to do for a lady. That's not paying for a vagina. That's not actively giving a woman money saying, here, this is for sex. This is for head. Or whatever else your fetishes may be. Keep that shit to yourself, by the way. But like, I've heard motherfuckers tell these stories about how they pay for it. Like, there's a big difference. When you actively paying for vajayjay or dick, it's a drought. It's a drought out here in these streets.
11:31. 11:30. All I say. I was out with Trudy and Jim. Let's say Trudy and Jim on Saturday. I went to see a movie. I went to get laid, George. There's this wonderful guy. He charges $150, but that's for 6, count 'em, 6 orgasms. That's $25 a pop.
She's so good, like, in these moments of having conversations with herself, that even if you didn't have the hitchhiker in this segment, I would just watch this based on her by herself. Just her journeys talking to herself along this long ass stretch of highway. I love this type of shit.
Real leather, Mrs. Lansing. That will cost us $1,742.90. Damn!
Alright, like, you ain't that bad of a fucking driver, are you? Jesus, he didn't even have a fighting chance, did he? Now, the hitchhiker here, people, is played by Tom Wright, who is no stranger to the horror genre and anthologies, because Tom Wright, our hitchhiker here, classic fucking horror movie character, plays another horror movie character. He plays Martin Morehouse in Tales from the Hood. And Martin Morehouse was the guy who, he gets beat by police and they shoot him up with drugs, and then they drive his car into the water, and he comes back to kill these cops, man. So he's no stranger to playing a vengeful, undead character in these movies. This is when she got her driving skills back, I guess, because she peeled right the fuck off. Hit and runs are scary situations. I've never been involved in one, thank God, and knock wood, but like, people that just drive off, like, god damn, man. The man, the myth, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen King, doing his obligatory cameo.
Hey, buddy! What the fuck happened? Looks like a hit and run. Yeah? Car blew by me a little while ago. Couldn't see the lights.
Don't know what the hell it was. It's like a black guy, huh?
Oh my God, we don't get many of those around these parts. It's like 911. Someone just ran over a black man.
I want to report a hit and run. Victim's apparently
It's
dead.
like 911, a hit and run. It's a black man. Hello? Hello?
Happens all the time.
About a quarter mile from the on-ramp.
Stephen King's made so many cameos, like I can't even count them, man. He's been in this. He's been in Maximum Overdrive. He actually directed Maximum Overdrive. He was in It Chapter 2, the remake Chapter 2. He's in Thinner. He's in Pet Cemetery. He's in Sleepwalkers. I hope they get this remake off the ground for the Tommyknockers that James Wan was supposed to be producing 27 years ago. I would love to see Stephen King get a cameo as one of the townspeople in there. The Tommyknockers was one of my favorite, TV movies back in the day. I think it was like it was a 2-part series. The acting does not really hold up too well, but the cast is stacked to the ceiling. I think the Tommyknockers could definitely be a creepy ass modern day Stephen King remake, since we are getting, we're in that resurgence of Stephen King movies.
You don't actually know that. You don't know that. You're certain. It's done. It was an accident, a legitimate accident. So why should I fuck up my life, right?
A little Beethoven might take the edge off.
Oh, God. I can always turn myself in if I find I can't live with it. Turn myself in.
I feel this this shit is so good, man. And I gotta make another comparison to another anthology here. This is so good, like just her in the car by herself talking to herself. When I say I would watch this type of shit without the hitchhiker, it's so good. That's the same way I feel about Albert Brooks and Dan Aykroyd in the opening of the Twilight Zone movie. Those two just humming TV theme songs and talking about old TV shows and Twilight Zone episodes. I would watch an entire movie with those two just inside the car. And I love that fucking shot because you almost don't see the hitchhiker behind her. She drives right past him and she doesn't even see him right away. I love that fucking shot. And then you see him in the background walking towards the car with the sign. This shit straight up nightmare fuel to this day. To this day. He's like, yep. It's me. You know what this is.
You're seeing things, bitch. You can't live with it. You can't live with the idea that...
It's a nice little jump scare.
Thanks for the ride.
And now, I've always wondered something. Now, I know Creepshow movies don't let you off the hook that easily. But what if she said thank you? Or no, not thank you. I'm sorry. What if she said you're welcome? Would he have stopped stalking her at that point? I don't know how I mentioned anthologies and didn't mention Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now, what do y'all think? Is he scarier as the hitchhiker or Martin Morehouse? I'm sorry. Personally, I think he's scarier as the hitchhiker because he was taking a hell of a fucking beating via vehicle, and he was not going down. Like, he's literally a bloody pulp at the end of this movie, and he's still kicking. Martin Morehouse didn't really take too much of a beat, and he got some gunshots to him, and he got like his chest ripped open, but that was about it. Oh, and he blew up in an explosion when Michael Massey, recipe shout out to him, when he shot the car up and it exploded, but that was it. This shit sound like Shaft a little bit. Mrs. Lansing is the worst fucking Uber driver ever. He still got that sign. And was he fucking gorilla glued to the roof? Because he just won't slide off where he should. There's always a tree branch that is fit to knock off your intruder. You always need that tree branch.
Oh, God.
Oh, you thought. I feel like she doesn't even know where she's at this point. Like, she spends so much of this segment just aimlessly driving the fuck around to get away from this dude. She does end up back at home at some point. And I forgot she had the strap in the glove compartment. That's a nice piece she got, too. I want to say that's a 38. She's like, how the fuck do you work this goddamn thing?
Thanks.
This Dust Till Dawn shit right there. He shot me in the fucking hand. Just nothing works. Like, can't kill what's dead. Might as well kick it. He's like, God damn it, man. I'm just telling her thank you. He is taking a beating in this movie. and she's doing the logical thing. She's like, listen, I'm just gonna keep running you the fuck down. That was a great line right there.
Who is he? Who the hell is he, Christ?
She doesn't know who he is. It's like, how often do you hit hitchhikers during the week? She's like, my God, look at my hair.
Look at this car. 3,000? Maybe 4? 4,000, Mrs. Lansing. showroom.
She is great, man.
What happened, Mrs. Lansing? I ran over some guy. And over. And over. And over.
She is fantastic, man.
That's impossible.
Where did he find time to write that sign? Motherfucker stuck inside of her front bumper. Now she's got that Avengers look in her eye, that whatever it takes. God damn. But listen, she's not going about this the wrong way. Just keep driving into him. Technically, this is what. Yeah, she just fucking passed out after that. She couldn't have hit her head that fucking hard. I mean, she might have. But that's technically what they should have did to Michael Myers at the end of part 4. Rachel should have just kept. Well, Rachel couldn't drive stick. The truck was stick shift, and she couldn't drive it. But they should have just kept running Michael Myers over. Then threw his ass in the mine shaft when he was a bloody pulp. Then dropped the dynamite on him. And however long she fell asleep, it started snowing out that bitch. It's a nasty bump you got there. But you should see the other guy. That just hurt to listen to. Her front bumper just falling off like that, and she's looking like, where the fuck did this dude go?
Hit a tree, that's all.
Oh, she thinks she imagined the shit.
It was a dream.
Yeah, but how did you get there if it was a dream? Make it make sense.
No hitchhiker. There was nobody at all. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Where the hell am I? Gotta get back on the road. Oh.
She's like, my husband's gonna kill me. It's a hell of a night, man. She went off to fucking cheat on her husband and pay for the dick she was cheating with. Hit a fucking hitchhiker. Got stalked by the motherfucker all night. And now it's snowing and you have no 4-wheel drive.
You are one screwed up broad, Mrs. Lansing.
Yes, you are. At least she's honest.
Maybe I've had a concussion. What are you supposed to do for a concussion? Oh, concussion, Mrs. Lansing. That'll cost you $27,000. I know it sounds like a lot, but you're gonna look like you just drove yourself out of the showroom.
She don't give a fuck. She's driving that soda can home with pride.
Huh. At least this will explain why I'm getting home so late. I had an accident, dear. It was a really frightening experience.
Yeah, you drive home with that beat up piece of shit, and her husband's just gonna stare at the car like, "You all right?" It's a beautiful home they got. That car is fucked up. How would she explain it to her husband? All that blood on the fucking. She's gonna be like, "Honey, I hit a deer." Then he's just gonna look at all the blood. She's gonna be like, "I hit a family of deers."
For the first time in recorded history, he's late. The car gets smashed. The brain gets bent. And he's late.
Fuck. His fucking eye is. He's literally a bloody pulp, yo. His eye is hanging out of his fucking socket. His tongue's all like. Blah, 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 blah. She said, "How much do you want?" Like any amount of money could help that thing. I was about to say that man, but I don't know what the fuck to call him at that point. You gotta love when people offer serial killers and movie monsters money. It reminds me of when Nancy McLaughlin, Elizabeth in Jason Lives, when she was like, she's like, "Wait, you can have." She gave that nigga like $50 on a MasterCard or American Express card. What you think Jason was gonna do with that?
Annie? Annie!
She had a hell of a night out.
There's a lesson for you, kiddies. Never pick up hitchhikers on the hood of your car.
All right, I see what you did there. And because you're the creep, you get away with it.
It's time for this boogeyman to boogie. I'll be slaying you, boys and ghouls. Till next issue, try to stay scared.
Little did he know the next issue would be Creepshow 3. And I listen, man, I'm telling y'all,
Young Billy, I think he's coming.
I don't know what streaming services it's on. I don't think any streaming service should be unlucky enough to have Creepshow 3 on there. But I think it's on YouTube. The full movie is on YouTube. And this is a movie that I feel like it's so bad you have to see it to believe it. There's nothing that I could say that would suffice how fucking terrible Creepshow 3 is. It literally has nothing. They did nothing but just put Creepshow on the title. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of bad horror movies this year. But thank God for the show, man. It really makes me want to get back to the show just talking about Creepshow 3 because it's fucking terrible. It's abysmal. Oh, now y'all scared of the little Venus flytrap action? This would have been a cool segment to see live action. This was always cool back in the day. Like, the bully is apparently so strong that he's trying to lift the Venus flytrap's jaws open, and it almost works. But does this make little Billy, whatever his name is, does it make him a murderer?
Venus flytraps. Giant Venus flytraps. They eat meat.
All right, you little fucking psychopath. You know what? I'm going as far as to say we need a Creepshow 3. Fuck that, whatever the fuck they did and thought it was Creepshow 3. We need an official Creepshow 3. And we get an unrecognizable Tom Savini. I love this, how he drives off and he's just throwing like issues of Creepshow out of the back of this truck. I love this ending, man. I love this shit. Well, as he said, what did he call everybody? Boils and ghouls or some shit like that, or boars and ghouls? Look, I call y'all Tudor reviewers, listeners, lovers, supporters. I like to think I have a little more respect for y'all than, our creep here. But we have survived 3 tales of the macabre. We have survived another commentary for spooky season, ladies and gentlemen. And I gotta tell y'all, man, I don't know what I gave Creepshow 1 when I did the commentary a while back, but Creepshow 2, this here is a 10 out of 10 for me, easy. While I could have gave it a lower rating, slightly lower rating, because I was a little spoiled with having 5 segments prior, 3 segments sums it up, and they do it in ample amount of time, and the setups are flawless damn near, and the payoffs are so fucking sweet, flawless damn near. I love each story. Like I said, The Hitchhiker's my favorite, but I love Old Chief Woodenhead. I love The Raft. And again, I love me a good anthology. I love me a morality tale, something where it's like, this is what happens when you do this, or this is what happens when you do that type of thing. There are consequences for these actions. For every action, there's a reaction type of horror story. I love this shit. And I really wish George A. Romero and Stephen King were like directly like hands on with this, but Michael Gornick did a fantastic job directing this, man. This is definitely a fucking 80s gem, an anthology gem for real. Is it top 5? I probably would have to put it top 5, and it's a little stingy to put both Creepshow and Creepshow 2 in my top 5 horror anthologies, but they're just that damn good, man. This movie in particular is that damn good. Shout out to Michael Gornick. Oh, and let me mention that the practical effects are really good, and I love that they're sparingly used. I feel like they kind of pulled back with the special effects as far as the shit that they did with Tom Savini in the first one, which I don't mind, man, because it lends itself to each story, and it's not like, splatter gore. Not that I'm not a fan of splatter gore, but it's tastefully done in each segment, man, and I love it. It lends itself to the fact that there are just 3 stories, just enough to, keep the fans drooling and shit like that. So again, shout out to Michael Gornick for directing this. Shout out to Stephen King and the late great George A. Romero. Big shout out to the cast here: George Kennedy and Lois Chiles, and Tom Savini as the creep, and Dorothy Lamour and Hope McCallany. I always say that fucking name wrong. And Tom Wright, of course, for playing one of the 2 movie monsters he would go on to play, the Hitchhiker here. I think I said that sentence all wrong, but y'all get what I'm saying. He would go on to, he's playing one of the 2 motherfuckers that he would play in anthology horror history. Y'all get what the hell I'm saying, goddammit. But yeah, 10 out of 10 easy, people. And again, like I said, man, if you are a fan of these and the TV show, I would not recommend you watch Creepshow 3 whatsoever. But if you want to test the waters and you think I'm bullshitting as to how bad that movie is, and you're one of those horror buffs or just movie buffs in general where it's like, okay, let me see if this movie's bad enough for me to turn it off, I almost guarantee you might. But if you want to test those waters and put yourself through that torture, I do think Creepshow 3 is on YouTube, the full movie. If not, you can be unlucky enough to find it on whatever streaming fucking service it's on. But it's a travesty, man. I think we need a official Creepshow 3 for sure. But people, yes, 10 out of 10. Big shout out to Creepshow 2. Big shout out to Spooky Season. And shout out to y'all, man. And y'all already know where to go, man. And if y'all don't, y'all can follow the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Podbean, and Podcast Addict. Shout out to Anchor. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Romero Tudor. Shout out to the Facebook movie group, The Cinemaniacs. And shout out to the Facebook movie groups, The Horror Virus and Movie Preview Review. And last but certainly not least, shout out to the Tudor reviewers, the listeners, the lovers, the supporters out there, man. Again, Happy Friday to everybody, man. Hope everybody's having a great Friday so far. Productive Friday. Have a great and safe evening going into the weekend, man. And hope y'all are having a good spooky season. It feels good to keep this spooky season content rolling, man, because I know I'm way behind. And big shout out to the people that have been doing this, 31 days review or 31 days content type of thing, man. I admire y'all for getting that content out there. And it's inspiring for me to keep that shit going. Also, people, if you missed the live stream, make sure y'all go back to either my boy Johnny Zuko's page on Instagram or his page on YouTube. Please do check out our previous episode of RNZ Live. Me and Johnny Zuko, we ranked the Halloween franchise a couple nights ago, man, and it was an interesting ranking to say the least. Pretty controversial, but interesting nonetheless, man. Halloween Ends definitely shook up my top ranking in the series. Not top ranking, but it shook up the ranking of my movies in general. I'm not going to tell anybody where I placed it, but yeah, and we talked about a bunch of other things. And make sure you check out Johnny and Ginger Snaps podcast, Bump in the Night podcast 1428. We recently reviewed Halloween Ends. Spoiler review if you have not seen the movie. It is definitely a spoiler review, and we got down to the nitty gritty and broke that movie apart, man. Surprisingly, we agreed on a lot, but we disagreed on some things, but we agreed on a lot more than I thought we would, because Halloween Ends is, people are completely divided about that movie, man. And if you have not seen the movie, I definitely recommend you check it out and find a home for it in as far as this trilogy goes, man, because it is an interesting way to cap off a trilogy. This trilogy with Michael Myers and Laurie in particular, man. Just check it out, people. Y'all can check it out on Peacock. That's where I saw it. And, my commentary is also up now for Halloween Ends. So make sure y'all check that out. But more spooky season commentary coming, people. Next week, I think we're going to go ahead and bang out Halloween 3, Trick or Treat, Hell Night, Night of the Demons 2009. I know there's not a lot of fans of that, but that is definitely, I want to, since Halloween is, not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday, I think next week I want to do like the Halloween movies. Like I said, Halloween 3, Trick or Treat, Hell Night, Night of the Demons, Terrifier, Scary Stories, 13 Ghosts, Pet Cemetery, stuff like that. So, but we got way more, content to bang out this weekend, and, overall, people. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. And y'all already know, man, the love and support that y'all show me, I show it back to y'all tenfold and then some. So with that being said, people, yours truly, Romero Tudor. Another episode of Tudor Reviews in the can. I'll check y'all on the next one.